Hey, good morning, everybody. Pastor John here, and we are talking about 1st and 2nd Kings this week. And I want to talk to you about a guy named Hezekiah. He's found in 2nd Kings chapter 18. And I'm going to focus in on the first 9 verses. I'm not going to read them all for you, but I want to just describe for you this young man. I say young man because Hezekiah was in his late teens, early 20s when he became king, and he did something that was unusual. He did something that was unlike any other king before him or even after him. He came and he revolutionized, he reformed worship in his country, Judah, in that nation. Because for a long time, this is during a time when Israel was split into 2 nations, Judah and Israel. There was a northern kingdom and a southern kingdom. And Hezekiah comes through, and in the southern kingdom, he rallies worship for God. It had fallen into a place of ritual, it had fallen into a place of being impersonal. It had fallen into a rut. Idolatry was in the midst of the people. There were lots of things that were keeping people from God. As a matter of fact, in the northern kingdom, it was so bad that Assyria, a nation outside of Israel, come in to conquer them during Hezekiah's day. And they were actually looking at coming after Judah as well, and he was used by God to keep that away. Eventually, many years later, Babylon would come through and take Judah into captivity. But in Hezekiah's day, this was delayed because he, as it says, trusted in the Lord. He held fast to the Lord. He walked with God. And here's what he did. He tore down all the places of idolatry, but he also tore down something that was a bit of a religious ritual for Judah that had come from their old way of life, from Moses. And they'd held on to it. And here's the thing. Sometimes we can hold on to our church traditions so much that we get stale in our relationship with God. We lose our first love because we're holding on to these other things. And Hezekiah broke that up. And so my question for you is this. How do you feel in your relationship with God? Do you feel fresh? Do you feel revived, renewed? Do you feel like every day you're excited to get up and meet with God? Or is there a sense of hesitancy, a sense of staleness, a sense of distance? Maybe what you should check is, are there idols in my life? Number one. Or maybe there are church traditions or histories in my life that are keeping me from being fresh with God. And I want to encourage you. God desires to grow in that relationship with you. He desires new things for you as well. Not new for just being new, but new because he wants to have a fresh experience with you. So would you look in your life today and look for those things and then get rid of the religious and idolatrous stuff and sit with God and spend some time with God today? Because I know he loves you, cares for you, and I love you too.